G'day guys, it's Dom here from Neighbourhood. Are you looking to get your emails in as many inboxes as possible and not get caught up in the spam folder? Today we're going to show you exactly how to do just that. As a heads up, this applies to all HubSpot products and plans. If you're keen on more practical support inside HubSpot, Neighbourhood offers a comprehensive, easy to follow course, so you're making the most out of HubSpot. It even comes with a money-back guarantee. To find out more, check the link in the description below. If you want to take your learning offline though, we'll include a free downloadable PDF of this how-to in the description below. To start, let's talk about email deliverability. Email deliverability is how likely your emails are to be delivered. So while it may seem like every email you send is going to reach the person you send it to, there are a lot of things that can interrupt that. Things like your spam score. The email client you're sending to may think that your email sending domain is associated with spam or is sending a lot of spam, so it'll stop your email. If you try and send emails to email addresses that don't exist or to people that have unsubscribed, or you have a lot of people unsubscribing, all of that can affect your email deliverability. So today we're going to talk about a few things you can do to make sure that your email deliverability isn't affected by the way you're sending emails, mostly through taking care of your CRM and being careful with who you send emails to. So one of the first things I'll flag is here in the marketing email section in HubSpot. You'll see over here on the left that there's a few things that they do for you off of the bat. First off, you have the email bounce tools. So this allows you to create lists of the people who are bouncing when you try and send them an email. There's a lot of reasons someone can bounce. A hard bounce means that that email address is just not going to be able to receive any emails you send. So what you can see here is being able to create a list of hard bounced contacts. We'll put all of those people that are unable to receive your emails into a list so that you can delete them, because if they're not going to receive your emails, in a lot of cases, it's pointless having them in the CRM. There are some people who, they are still important from a reporting point of view, or they are still important for whatever reason. Generally, if it's hard bounce, it means that either someone gave you a fake email address or that email address has been deleted or something like that. So generally, you're pretty confident that that person can be removed from your CRM without it causing issues. So first off, there's some tools there that allow you to take that list of hard bounced contacts and pull them out of the CRM entirely so that they don't affect your score. For a little bit more context, the reason why that helps is that the more email you send that gets stopped at the other end for whatever reason, whether it's a bounce, whether it's their email client, the worse your email deliverability looks from the perspective of those email clients. So ideally, in a perfect world, every email you send gets received and opened and clicked, and that would mean that the clients look at you and go, man, this person is sending some top-notch emails, but that's just not how it works in reality. One of the other things you can do is set up your own list to suppress the people that you think shouldn't be receiving your emails. So if I go into the lists tool here, there are properties set up by HubSpot to track some of the important marketing email numbers and figures. So if I create a new active list, we'll just call this one email deliverability. Actually, we'll call this email suppression for context. And what I want to look for are some contact properties. If I just search marketing email, they'll show up. So you can see at the bottom here, these ones that have the little hashtag as to denote that they are number fields. These are counting the number of marketing emails that meet that criteria. So the number of marketing emails that have bounced, the number of marketing emails that have been clicked, the number of marketing emails that have been delivered, etc. So if you say A, the number of marketing emails that have bounced is more than 3, that's probably a pretty good indicator. You don't want to keep sending emails to someone who continues to bounce. Sometimes someone can come back from a bounce. Sometimes it's a mistake. Sometimes there's an issue with the email client on their end. Normally those would be counted as a soft bounce. But if it's doing it more than once, if it's doing it consistently, you probably want to get them out of the CRM. So marketing emails bounced is more than, insert number here. I would say probably 3 to 5. Is one way to go about it. Another way to go about it is if I change that to be, let's go to one of the other ones. So another one would be if they are receiving them and not opening them. So if you've sent them a lot of emails and they've got those emails, but they're just not interacting, they're just not engaging, then that would be considered an unengaged contact. HubSpot does this automatically for some people. They have some internal rules where if someone has opened an email in the past but has recently stopped opening emails, after 11 unopened emails, then they will mark them as unengaged. And if they have never opened that's for if they've never opened a marketing email. If they have opened a marketing email, it's slightly different. They get a few more chances. You can do that yourself. So what you can do is say, hey, if they've been delivered marketing emails, if they've been delivered 5 marketing emails and they've opened 0 of them, then I want to put them on this suppression list. So I would go through and put in delivered is equal to 5 and marketing emails opened is equal to 0, or is unknown is the other way to go about that, is unknown. Then that is basically saying, hey, I don't want to count. I think anyone who's getting my emails and choosing not to open them, probably not a very good, not a high value person. They're dragging my numbers down. One thing I will note, and HubSpot's telling me the same thing, that Apple, through their privacy suite, the way that they currently use their Apple Mail service, they don't share open information anymore. They share click information, but they won't tell you if someone opens their emails using Apple Mail. So anyone who's opening their emails in Apple's mail system isn't going to be counted, and therefore it's going to look like they're unengaged. So just be mindful of that. You may be accidentally collecting some Apple Mail users here as well. You can see that in the marketing email, how many people are using Apple Mail and whether or not that's a risk for you. Once you've built out your suppression list, once you've got your list set up of people that you think are unengaged, that shouldn't receive your emails because they are pulling down your figures, then when it comes time to actually send the email, here in the email tool, if I just pick one of these previous emails that have been set up, this custom survey one is going to be something special. Let's make our own. So I'm going to send it to a list, and when the time comes to send that email, it'll ask you what audience you want to use. So here on the send or schedule page, it's going to say, please select the list you want to send to. What you want to do is save that suppression list and put it in here as the do not send to list. Anyone who's on your suppression list, do not send it to them. What that means is that even if they end up on your send to list, if you're saying send it to all of my contacts in my CRM who are in my country, but they are also on the suppression list, then it will not send it to those people. So once you've got your list built, put it in there and the email system will skip those people. You can also see here, do not send to unengaged contacts. That is the built-in HubSpot version that we mentioned earlier. If you hover over the little I, it gives you some context as to how it calculates that. So like I said, unengaged contacts are those who have not opened your last 11 emails. I would only ever turn that on if, as we say, email deliverability is important to you. Sometimes you really want to give it a crack. Maybe the 12th email is the one that's going to convince them. But if your email metrics are very important to you, if it is a KPI of yours, or if it's something that you define success using, then you probably want to remove those unengaged contacts because they're holding you down. And there you have it. You now know how to improve your email deliverability. If you're wanting to make the most out of HubSpot, Neighbourhood offer a step-by-step course covering marketing, sales, service, and CMS Hub in depth, ensuring you and your team are best serving your customers while developing efficient internal processes. We'll include a link for this below. If you're after a PDF version of this for later, or you're passing it on to a mate in need, we'll include a link in the description. If you gain value from this video or are keen to learn more about HubSpot, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. But for now, happy HubSpotting.